Okay, now that I've gone through all of the things that I feel are essentials, I've probably missed a few things. I will tell you what I don't think is essential, and this is also subjective, but yeah. Okay, number one is a really expensive breast pump. Now this is definitely subjective because I only breastfed up till almost 3 months. I've just stopped recently, and I paid like $500 for my breast pump. I got a double breast pump, and I've never used one side. I only used one and had the hucker on the other side when I did use it. The one I got, it was a milk bar maternity one. I just didn't love it that much, to be honest. I found sometimes when I was pumping, the hucker actually produced more milk than the actual side that was pumping. I feel like you don't need to spend hundreds of dollars. Like, I think that like there's some better options out there. Obviously breast pumps are essential to breastfeeding mums. Well, are they? I don't know. Some people would find these very essential, but personally I thought I was going to use it a lot more than I did. Definitely wasn't worth the $500 that I spent. And yeah, if I could take that back, that's one thing that I would take back buying, but I didn't know what I know now. So yeah, and every experience is different, so yeah. Next thing will go on the same as breastfeeding. I not one time did I use breast pads, and this is going to be again subjective to everyone. Some people have way more supply, and they go out and they leak and they need breast pads, but personally I literally did not use them. I used them one time in hospital and they crumpled up in my boob, but now I have just like a drawer full of breast pads that I haven't used, and yeah, I'm never going to use because I've stopped breastfeeding. So personally, breast pads, they weren't needed for me, but yeah, I know that lots of people do use these, so don't take my advice and don't go buy them. You might maybe just buy a lot less than what you think you need, maybe just one packet, or like you probably get gifted some anyway or something like that. That's why I ended up with so many, because I got gifted them plus bought them, and it just wasn't needed. And still on the breastfeeding, I have nipple cream written on here. Like I said in my last video, actually my boobs didn't actually hurt that badly. I could deal with it, and I actually liked the feeling. I knew he was latching on well when they did hurt. So personally, again, I didn't use the nipple cream. I know mums swear by it. Some people's boobs crack and they need it. Mine weren't that bad, so I never used the nipple cream. So that's something that I sort of found that was a waste of money. But yeah. And then last thing on, oh actually I do two more. I got a nipple shield. I don't know why I got one. I just thought that it was gonna be like way too painful for me to do if I bought a nipple shield, and I never used it. It's still sitting there brand new in the packet, so if anyone wants a nipple shield, hit me up. But yeah, so I didn't use that nipple shield. I paid like $30 for a good hucker one, and yeah, I did not use it. And then the last thing, he's still asleep. The last thing on breastfeeding is an expensive breastfeeding chair. Luckily I just got mine secondhand off Facebook Marketplace, but it was a quite expensive chair, I think, when it was first purchased. But literally I haven't used it. You do need a comfy chair, don't get me wrong, but I already had a comfy chair in my house. The one in the nursery I haven't used at all. I've sat on it like one time. He's awake now. I've sat on it like one time. So yeah, if you've already got a comfy chair in your house, like maybe don't go out and spend thousands, but I understand wanting to make your nursery nice. and having something that matches in there. That's something that I really wanted to do. So I bought a nice chair that matched in there, but yeah, I haven't used it at all, so it's not really an essential in my opinion. So yeah, but a comfy chair is an essential, so yeah. Next one is a cot. Now you do need a cot, yes, you probably do, but he's 3 months old and he hasn't gone in his cot once. So if you don't have the money to go out and buy all these things at once before baby is born, don't stress, just go and get a cheaper like bassinet or something. Like I said at the start of the video, he's been in his bassinet, like, and you'll probably want it to sleep next to him and stuff anyway. It's in the SIDS guidelines that you should. Once again, not shaming anyone if they put their baby straight into a cot, you do you, but yeah, I don't recommend a cot. Like, well, that's the thing again, like if you're especially a first-time mum, you're going to want to make your nursery all cute, so you're going to want to get the cot, you're going to want to get the nursing chair and all of that, but he hasn't used his nursery at all. Only thing it's been used for is for his clothes to be stored, and now in the past like month we've decided to put his nappy change area back in there instead of having it on the kitchen bench. So he actually hasn't used his nursery at all. I put so much effort, so much time, so much money into it, and he literally is never in there. He's just always beside me wherever I am, and I'm not going to be sitting in the nursery all day. So yeah, if you don't have a lot of money and you can't go out and spend thousands on a nursery, don't worry about it, because it probably won't even be used for a while, and then once they can use like the nursery, they'll probably be so big that they'll rummage through everything, destroy everything, and it won't be cute for long anyway. So don't feel bad if you can't go and do extravagant things with the nursery like I did, and I feel like it's a waste of money to do that. So yeah, moving on to the next thing. He's giving me the cutest little look. Okay, the next thing is a nappy bin. No need to go out and spend lots of money on a proper nappy bin. Like, just put your nappies in the normal bin. Otherwise you got to take 2 bins down to the big bin downstairs. Just put all your, well, I've just put all my nappies in the normal bin. They fill up in a day anyway, so they don't stink the house out, and the bin gets changed every day anyway. So yeah, don't go spend like thousands on, well, not thousands, I highly doubt there's any bins for thousands, but don't go spend lots of money on a bin that traps the scent or whatever. Just be hygienic with your bin and get rid of it every day and you'll be right. Luckily I was gifted this one, and I do use it, but I don't feel like it's an essential for how expensive. You right, buddy? You right? Oh, you're waking up. He's doing the biggest, cutest stretches I've ever seen. Yeah, lucky I got gifted this, and I do use it, but it was pricey for the last donor, not for me, so thank you, Emma. But a baby swing. Now, some type of rocker I probably do recommend you get, just so you can sit them in it or whatever, but don't go spend thousands or hundreds on the best baby swings ever, because your baby will probably like it for 10 minutes and then want to get out of it anyway. So yeah, we have the 4Mums Mummaroo rocker, which, like I've said, we got gifted, but the previous owners paid about $500 for it, and their baby hated it, so they gave it to me. And Ari doesn't hate it, but he's not in there for very long. Like, we could have just got a $10 bouncer. I don't know how much they are, but just the normal bouncers, because yeah, he doesn't love it either. It just looks cool, and when you're a first time mum, you're like, oh, that's gonna be so easy, I don't have to do anything. But honestly, you're gonna be sitting there rocking them or bouncing them on you anyway. So yeah, and that's subjective as well. Some babies might love their 4Mums Mummaroo. But yeah, and it also is recommended that they shouldn't be in it for any longer than 30 minutes anyway, so if they fall asleep in there, you just feel like, oh, he's never fallen asleep in there. But yeah, okay, lucky that I'm nearly done because he's awake now. But yeah, the next thing that I think you don't really need, and it's the same as sort of the cot, you will need it at some point, but if you don't have the money when you're pregnant or when they're first born, it's not going to be a really big deal, is a baby monitor. We haven't used ours yet because Ari's always next to me. Like, I don't want to be leaving him alone in a room anyway. Like, I can always see him. So yeah, we haven't actually used as yet, so I don't feel like that's an essential as yet. So yeah, baby monitor, but at some point I will use it, and it probably will go into my essential list. But just like, if you don't have the money to fork out for all of these things at once, one of them, oh okay, one of them is probably not what you need to waste your money on. Oh, look at his stretches. Look at his stretches. You're doing stretches? Yeah. I'm almost done, baby boy. I think I've got 2 more things left. Yeah, I do. Okay, the next one is like blanket swaddles. I sort of touched on that in the essential thing. I just use Love to Dream with the zips or the Velcro ones, because a blanket swaddle, like, who wants to be fiddling with doing a big blanket bloody burrito wrap up when you are trying to get them all dressed at 3 in the morning? No one wants to be doing that. And also, like, I was really bad at it. He'd always break out of them. So yeah, I don't recommend blanket swaddles. Like, I definitely recommend having a few blankets, but blanket swaddles, like, I have so many of them in my cupboard that I've used once and never used again once I discovered swaddles that had, you got a red, swaddles that had zippers and Velcro. Oh, boom, 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 boom. It's his favorite thing to do is jumpies. Okay, and then my last one is one of those digital thermometers. They cost like $110 and they don't even read accurately. Like, they just don't. They even, big burps. They even tell you at like the family health nurse and stuff like that, that it will pick up the room temperature. I've literally went to check his temperature before and it's come up like flashing red, which means like you need help. And then checked it with the normal $10 thermometer, old school one you put underneath their arm, and he's been perfectly fine. So it's just gonna stress you out. They don't pick up the best accuracy of temp anyway, and they cost so much, and who actually needs that? Like, it's just something futuristic that you like, oh, this looks cool, but it's a waste of money in my opinion. Hey Bubba. Okay, well that's all. Here's reflux grunting. That's all of my recommendations and my not recommendations, or whatever you call them, waste of money things. I hope maybe this gave you some insight. I hope it gave you some inspiration. Yeah. And if you've made it all the way through the video, this is my gorgeous son, Ari Jobson. He's got a little bit of milk on his chin. He's always got milk on his chin, don't you? Don't you? Don't you? Hi! Can we do smiles? Can we do smiles to the cheeks? Let's do smiles. Let's do smiles. I love him so much. Do we look alike? I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna go spend a few hours with my Bobby because he's been sleeping and I've been filming, and now we're gonna go do some tummy time. Hopefully I'll get some time to edit these videos and hopefully they'll be up soon. And hopefully I can film some more soon because I absolutely love filming videos. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much if you've made it to the end. Give it a big like, subscribe. What's the other thing? Comment if you want to comment. And yeah, see you in the next one. Say bye, Ari. He said fucking turn it off, mum. Okay, bye.